Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sports Now. I'm Darius Aiden. I am Darius Adams, and thank you for joining us here today as we continue our 2024 NBA playoff coverage series. And in today's matchup, we are covering the number 3 seed Milwaukee Bucks going up against the number 6 seed Indiana Pacers. And throughout the regular season, the Pacers had the huge advantage. They had the Bucks number in the season series as they won 4-1. And my prediction has to be on roll with the Indiana Pacers and Tyrese Halliburton in 6 games. For the Pacers, I believe that they have a huge advantage because the Bucks are in a state of emergency. Giannis is projected to miss the start of this series, and the Bucks are 4-5 without him throughout the regular season. The Pacers have a newly added weapon in Pascal Siakam, who's averaging 21.3 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, and 3.7 assists ever since he arrived in Indy since the trade deadline. That's another scoring That's another huge advantage from a scoring standpoint. A guy who can provide versatility on the offensive end, a guy who can stretch the floor, get his buckets, get his go to his spots, make his shots, make 3 pointers. Phenomenal post game, can facilitate, and be a huge contributor for this Pacers team in a potential long playoff run. You also have Miles Turner who can stretch the floor, a disruptor in the paint, and without Giannis, I don't know how he can really stop him. Yeah, Brook Lopez, we all know he's a great 3 point shooter now, but can he contain and try to neutralize and keep up with a speedy, more athletic Miles Turner? And I do believe that if Giannis is not back by game 3, this series is over. If Giannis does not come back by the time this series transitions to Indiana, then I don't believe the Bucks have a chance. And if I'm the Milwaukee Bucks, if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm praying Giannis heals up. You are already one of the worst defensive teams in the league, and you cannot afford to be without him. And Giannis is the league leader in points per game in the paint. You simply cannot lose that production in the playoffs. Giannis is 3 words for the Bucks. He's a distractor offensively. He's a disruptor on the defensive end, and he is their savior overall. He's the best player on this team, a guy who's been the most consistent player on this team all season long. Talking about a former MVP, a former Defensive Player of the Year, arguably the best player in the world. And there's absolutely no chance, no way that the Bucks can win this series and dominate without him. All right. And my number 2 point of emphasis for the Bucks is that I don't believe in Dame. Dame's been one of my favorite players for years, but this season has been one of the worst seasons of his career. It's been a pure disaster. All right. He's been inefficient, and he cannot carry the load, especially in the playoffs for this team. Like I mentioned, the Bucks are 4-5 without Giannis. Their supporting cast is old. They are one of the oldest teams in the league. They cannot compete with this fast-paced, speedy offense, an offense who just dropped 157 points in the last game of the season. They can't keep up with. I don't care if you have Bobby Portis and Pat Connaughton and Chris Middleton, whose knees is clanking like Kenny Smith on TNT. I don't believe in this team. You also have Malik Beasley, who's only shooting 32% from 3 in the last 20 games. It's over. This has been a pure disaster all season long, and this is just the end of the road for this Bucks team this season. They can bounce back next season, but I do not believe that they can beat this Pacers team without Giannis playing and without Giannis starting up this series. So with that being said, once again, I went with the Indiana Pacers taking this series in 6 games. A huge upset for Milwaukee Bucks, for Giannis, for Doc Rivers, for Dame, and the entire Bucks organization. Pacers in 6. So with that being said, thank you all for joining us here for Sports Now. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, comment down below. We will see you on the next episode of Sports Now as we cover the Pelicans versus Thunder series. So with that being said, see you later. Peace.